Drowning is a short game about a boy who discovers he has depression in his early years of high school. In it, you'll walk through various environments as the story of how he felt and how he dealt with these feelings unfolds. The game features a custom soundtrack that is meant to evoke different emotions along your journey. This is used very effectively, as even the absence of music at certain points is used to highlight the feelings of isolation and loneliness this person has experienced. You'll also hear familiar sounds like birds and crickets chirping, water rushing, and the clickety-clack of the keyboard typing as the story reveals itself to you. Drowning features 6 or 7 different low-poly environments that you'll walk through. While most are not drastically different, it does offer a nice variety and gives a sense of progression as the environment changes around you. By no means a graphical powerhouse, the game has its own style and it sticks with it and reminds me of various games I've seen created in dreams. The story itself is told through words appearing on the path in front of you. These show up as flat plain text hovering in the air that you walk through. Sadly, the font is completely two-dimensional, so when looking around them, it can seem a little strange as you feel there should be more substance to them in this world. Drowning does not hide what kind of game it is. It is a walking simulator through and through. In the 40 minutes to an hour that you may spend playing the game, you'll uncover this person's story with mental illness by walking through representations of different years of their life. Each year is separated out almost like chapters in a story, and you can skip these scenes through the options menu. There is one main ending to the game and 3 secret endings for you to find. These different outcomes are triggered by choosing slightly different paths and offer a different resolution to how a person may deal with these feelings. There are some special little secrets peppered throughout each level as well in the forms of items that you can find, or different actions that you can try and take, like trying to walk off a bridge 10 times. Each of these are tied to a different trophy or achievement for 17 in total. Drowning does include a platinum trophy. It took me about an hour and 15 minutes to achieve and only required some light exploration and replaying to get the different endings. The ability to skip scenes makes it much faster to get these other endings, as you can jump right back to any year quickly. Drowning is not a typical game, and it deals with some very sensitive subject matter. Because of that, I find it hard to give an opinion on it. Looking strictly at the gameplay, I was sent a review copy for the PS5, and the game itself ran smoothly with no issues. The frame rate looked good, the environments, while simple, were still different enough to keep me engaged, and the floating text did a good enough job to get the story across. I did find it hard to distinguish what areas were actually walkable, as some areas you could walk in the grass off the path, and others you would hit invisible walls. The collectibles are small and pretty well hidden, so I found myself veering back and forth across the path the whole game trying to find anything that I might miss. The walking speed itself I felt was a bit slow and could have done with being a little bit faster. My 2 complaints with the game, which are minor, would be the flatness and plainness of the text and the transitions between scenes or years. The text being such a focal point of this game, I would have hoped for a slightly more interesting font. Plus, I still found it odd that in a 3D game, the text itself was completely 2D and flat and would disappear if viewing from the side. In terms of transitions, there's no indication at all when a scene or year would end. You would be walking straight ahead along the path and suddenly the music would cut out, the screen would jump to black, and you'd see the year titled 10 or whichever year you've just transitioned into. This startled me at first and just felt like it lacked polish or finish overall. Not having dealt with these kinds of feelings in my own life, I could feel the emotions put into the game come across through the story. After playing, I may understand the struggle people with depression face each and every day, and found myself at points stopping to consider what life would be like dealing with these emotions. This game will most likely have a very different impact on each person that plays, as you may or may not relate to the story. Overall, I enjoyed playing Drowning, and I'm happy to have had the experience. The touching story really made me reflect on my own life experiences and have a better understanding of what others may be going through. While it does not offer much replay value and it is very short, the game is only a couple dollars and available on Steam, PS4, PS5, Vita, and Switch. I would rate it as a 5 out of 10. Thanks so much for watching, and thank you again to the developer for sending me a review copy of the game. Don't forget to subscribe for more review videos like this, trophy guides, and tips and tricks. And as always, happy gaming.